We're gonna find out if the stories here are true,
Or if they're BS. We're here to find out if this place is real.
or if it's BS,
Or if it's just BS.
BS.
Or if they're all BS.
Here I am at the Boyd house, all by myself. I'm here to find out if the Boyd house is haunted, or if it's all BS. Oh gosh. It really got dark. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm like centimeters from hitting my head every time. Oh gosh. It really got dark. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm like centimeters from hitting my head every time. Hello, welcome to the after show kind of, I guess, explainer. So, as you heard all the audio and you saw the two videos, in terms of physical evidence on camera audio, I really didn't get much, as you heard and saw. What I did get, I think, could be interpreted in many different ways. Um, I'm not sure it all stands on its own. Like, that's just me being honest. I'm not sure it stands on its own. I did have some interesting experiences happen while I was there, though, and I kind of wanted to talk about those with you all as my viewers. Um, so first, I did go into this hotel. I was on day 3 of the week. So I had done investigations 2 nights prior. I had went pretty hard on them, but I was still well rested. I slept in that morning, had 3 energy drinks before even kind of starting the investigation. I had another one through the night. But one of the weird things was I passed out probably around midnight, 12:30. I just I got I don't even know. Like, I was sitting in a chair reading a book, waiting for about 1 a.m. to hit because I normally do like a hard investigation around 1:30. And I was doing a lazy investigation at this location, so I wasn't going to go that deep into it. I was just going to go around, check the rooms, maybe say a few things here and there, and go back downstairs. Um, that never happened because I fell asleep in the chair. And it wasn't really that comfortable of a chair. It was just, I fell asleep. Um, I woke up at 5:30 in the morning, somewhere between those two times, and I woke up to what sounded like a door slamming shut. It startled me awake. So I get up, I check on everything. There's no door closed. Um, in front of the door on the floor to the basement, kind of in like a hallway between the kitchen and the stairs, there's a penny on the floor. There was change all over the house. I'm not entirely sure what that means. I think it's a new trend that paranormal investigators or psychics or something are doing because there's money all over the place and just about everywhere I went in the Midwest. It's weird. And so I can't say that the money was paranormal. I can't say that it wasn't, but there's money all over the place. I'm going to chalk it up to it was just on the floor. But I did wake up in that way. I did fall asleep. That is rare for me. Here comes the strange part. All of my cameras, all of my audio gear stopped recording at about 5.5 to 6 hours. Somewhere in that interval, everything just shut down, except for the camera for the living room. And that camera captured nothing whatsoever, except for my feet where I fell asleep on the couch. And that was about the same time I fell asleep. It was between 11:30 and midnight. Everything just shut off. I didn't hear anything turn off. Normally, when cameras turn off, they do a beep noise. But on the footage, it's just kind of a hard stop. It cuts off. Again, except for the living room camera. Audio recorders didn't make it that long either. I've never had this happen before. When my equipment's fully charged, when it's fully charged and plugged in, things should work as long as they're plugged in. That didn't happen here. Everything worked as it was supposed to prior to this investigation and after. Um, this is the only investigation on this particular year in this road trip where my gear just did this. So that's pretty weird. Do I find it to be paranormal, or is it electronic? Is it something else? I don't know. So I will also say that as per the contract of the Boyd House, I am not allowed to say that the location is not haunted. I am not allowed to say that the house is anything other than haunted. Um, so how does a channel like BS Paranormal navigate this aspect of the contract to investigate a location like this. And it's pretty easy for me because there was enough weird stuff that happened while there. The cat ball lighting up, the K2 going off when I'm kind of doing my first set of rounds in the early night, around 8 o'clock, 8:30. Um, I had enough weird audio to where I'm curious enough to where I'm like, I can't say it's not, but there's really not a lot of evidence to say it is. Um, so that's kind of my stance for this location. And I think I'm still within the bounds of the contract for this location to, I can't be sued or whatever for saying it's not haunted. So yeah, that's kind of this location, the nature of it. So I would like to take an opportunity to give a shout out to Midwest Spirit Seekers and Minnesota Spirit Hunters. Prior to going to the Boyd House, I spoke with them. You might have saw a previous episode with the Minnesota Spirit Hunters. They really helped me a lot in preparing for this. I did this investigation alone. Um, and so I wanted to get as many tips as I could without them revealing too much of the evidence they tend to get when they're there. Very helpful groups. I would love to work with them one day if I ever have the opportunity. And then I shared some of this evidence prior to creating this episode with the Midwest Spirit Seekers. And the reason I did is because they're more familiar with the location. Apparently, I was unconscious for part of the capturing of some of this evidence. And I'm just not sure, like, what are some of the sounds of the house. They've been there numerous times. They know this house probably better than anyone else in the country. Yeah, I'm gonna defer to their experience. So I just want to say to both groups, thank you so much for your time with me. It meant so much. It really, really did. Again, my little tiny channel is here just to contribute a little bit to the discourse of the paranormal, to add kind of my take on whether or not like I get any evidence, whether or not I think there's evidence there, and to overall really share the cross section that exists between the paranormal and the public history in these historic buildings. So for those of you who have been watching, thank you so much. For those of you who have supported me on Instagram and Facebook, thank you so much. We're very close to 1,300 Instagram followers. We crossed 120 YouTube subscribers, which is pretty cool for us. Again, pretty small channel. So thank you so much for all the time you've spent with us and for watching. Sleep tight.
Here's the door.